Three news stories for you is firstly, Ethiopian government-backed social media activists are sharing a wireless communication. They claim this wireless communication is a piece of evidence that US is providing intelligence support to Tigray Defense Force. I'll share the wireless communication with you. Then we'll talk about the credibility of this communication. How credible is this evidence? Secondly, Tigray Defense Force is claiming that several dozen ENDF soldiers have surrendered on Dessie front. They have shared some pictures, and a video is also being shared by some TDF-backed news sources. The video is from Hayk, and Tigray-backed news sources say that Hayk is under airstrikes. Airstrikes are being conducted on Hayk in those areas which are civilian areas, and civilians are being targeted by Ethiopian Air Force. I'll show you this video. And lastly, a video from Dessie. Before talking about these news developments, two clarifications. Firstly, I talked about Turkey, I think 2 days ago. I told you about Erdogan's announcement to expel 10 diplomats from Turkey, including diplomats from the US, Germany, and France. Erdogan made the announcement. He said he had directed his foreign minister to declare the 10 persons as persona non grata. But then a statement was issued by the 10 diplomats who said that they did not want to interfere in Turkish internal affairs. So Erdogan has now changed his decision. The 10 Western diplomats have not been expelled so far. Secondly, just a quick look at Sudan, viewers. In Sudan, internet has been restored. Phone lines reportedly are working now. People are still protesting. Live ammunition is being fired by security forces at protesters. Several casualties are being reported and hundreds have been injured. Burhan says that Abdullah Hamdok, former PM, is safe. He is with him at his house, and he is safe there at his house. In an important development, Al Burhan has banned professional unions, trade unions. If you remember, when al Bashir was overthrown around 3 years ago, these professional unions, doctors' bodies, trade unions, they played a key role. They took to the streets, people followed, and they succeeded in overthrowing al Bashir. Once again, these trade unions, professional bodies, they have announced to take to the streets. So in order to curb these protests, Al Burhan has banned these trade unions, professional organizations. Overall situation is very fluid. People are out on the streets. Burhan says it's not a takeover, it's not a coup, but he wants to steer the country through transitional period to democracy. But his critics, politicians, international media, almost everyone is saying that it's a coup. It's a full-fledged coup. I'll try to keep you updated about Sudan news. Now, news stories from Ethiopia. Firstly, some Ethiopian government-backed social media activists are sharing a wireless communication, and they say it's an evidence that TDF is being helped by the US through the provision of intelligence. and US and other players are monitoring the movement of Ethiopian National Defense Force, Amhara forces, and they're sharing this movement with Tigray Defense Force. First, take a listen to this wireless communication, which according to Ethiopian government supporters is between a TDF military commander and his subordinates. A TDF military commander is telling his subordinates that they should not go further because those who are providing satellite support, they are telling them not to go forward. Take a listen to it, then we'll talk about it.
بركة سمعنا لها وين سمع لنا يغني لنا نقول كالي إذا بسات لا يزكاتاتو لنا تردي كادو خويتا تردي نغسل نسوم تايم زول زلو ويأخلوكم عينة اليوم زول زلو نانو مريثنا إذنا تيلا نساتي كونا نقدفن يتوسانا الصوم نعناني مقداد يكونا انتحاساهم توم زوالكوهم نعناني مقداد يكونا حدا بسات لا يزكاتات الو ملكت سلوزل يوم كما يلم سلازي سراويتكم كيب بلاشو نعتو بزغدا قصري حدا ملكتات نرأى لنا يوم زولو زلو ناي برك زلهم نشو قدا كالوت قلت ديا قلتنا اشي ناي قعيدا قلت ديهم مني مخدا قابتا قلتيو alright ازياس كابتا حتي نقروت.
Now, how credible is this evidence? Well, not very credible. I do not see it as a credible evidence. Why? Because it's just two persons talking through some wireless set. And most of the time, militaries, forces, they don't share sensitive information through wireless. It does not happen. Militaries, armies don't do it. So anyone can make such a video. I can make such a video. For me, it's not credible evidence. Now, second news story is about a claim made by the Tigray Defense Force. They claim that several dozen ENDF soldiers have surrendered on Dessie front. Yesterday, we saw a tweet from Getachew. He had called upon ENDF Amhara soldiers to surrender, and Tigray back news sources say that some ENDF soldiers are surrendering because an ultimatum was announced by Getachew that ENDF soldiers should surrender. You can see some pictures on the screen. These are the soldiers which, according to Tigray Defense Force, have surrendered on Dessie front. Then viewers, a video from Hayk is being shared again by Tigray back news sources, and they say that this video is evidence that Hayk is under indiscriminate shelling and artillery strikes, airstrikes, and civilian areas are being targeted. At the end of my video clip, you can see the video from Hayk, in which definitely some civilian areas can be seen hit, but there could be a convoy passing in the area which might have been hit. Lastly, a video from Dessie, viewers. Huge mobilization in Dessie, as I've been saying. In the video, people can be seen armed with machetes. So everyone is heading to battlefronts from Dessie, Kambolcha, towards battlefronts, towards war is going on. Armed, unarmed, armed with machetes, with pistols, with guns. People are being mobilized towards front lines. They are civilians. I don't see them wearing army uniforms. They don't look like soldiers. They are common men and women, civilians. But they're ready to fight. They want to fight. Watch two videos, one from Hayk and the other from Dessie. Thank you for watching.